bilateral trade to $2 billion. My very dear brother, President Shehbaz showed his ardent desire to sign a protocol to be drafted there and then, which would lead to constitution of a working group between our two countries. And this working group, through intensive consultation, come up with a roadmap of 5 years, which will pertain to how to promote our trade, how to promote our investment portfolio, and how to have joint collaboration in research and development, IT, agriculture, and so on and so forth. So this protocol was signed last night in a bit of a hurry, which is very, not signed instantly, but this is a great manifestation of our intense and very strong brotherly relations. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we will further strengthen last night's protocol by signing another document today, which will give you vistas of opportunities to sit down together, B2B, and come to arrangements in terms of joint ventures, investments in Uzbekistan, in Pakistan, in various walks of economic cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to mention this to you very briefly, that Pakistan recently transitioned from a period of severe fiscal turbulence, and our detractors thought we were at the verge of bankruptcy back in 2023. At that point in time, our inflation rate, which was galloping, was around little over 30%. It has come down to single digit today. Our banking policy rate at that point in time was 22.5%, which is today brought down to 10.5%. Our IT sector is growing by leaps and bounds, with 18% increase in the last financial year. It has touched a figure of $3.8 billion exports. But this is again not even a fraction of Pakistan's huge potential in this field. We have a wonderful and a very committed, vibrant, youthful population, and together with Brother Shehbaz's great strides in this field, in the field of IT, research and development, Pakistan stands to benefit immensely. And similarly, in other areas where we have a strong edge, our brothers and sisters in Uzbekistan will benefit immensely. Ladies and gentlemen, this remarkable economic transformation under dynamic leadership and visionary leadership of my dear brother President Shehbaz, University of Nust was very pleased to confer upon him degree of professor and a doctor. Under your leadership, Mr. President, you have doubled your GDP in just 10 years, and you have lifted 8.5 million people out of the total population of Uzbekistan, which is around 35 million people. And this is a remarkable contribution. And unemployment has been reduced by half in Uzbekistan. And we see Uzbekistan not only as a partner, but a gateway to Central Asia with great potential for joint ventures with Pakistani entrepreneurs. Your Excellency, Pakistan, although heavily endowed with mineral resources, we have yet to fully realize our potential in this sector. And Uzbekistan, having a rich experience in this field, we need to really engage ourselves and move beyond discussion. And I'm sure under your stewardship, this sector will also have great cooperation between the two countries. Then, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, pharmaceutical industry, Pakistan has great experience and edge over many countries. We would like to invite companies from Uzbekistan in this industry for manufacturing capacity and experience, high quality and affordable medicines. Textile is yet another very important area. And last night, my dear brother mentioned very properly about the potential of Pakistani textile experts, owners, to have opportunities in Uzbekistan. They have about 30 textile plants redundant. And you are most welcome to look at these textile plants in Uzbekistan and have joint ventures or whatever form you may want to have, run these plants, have employment over there, production over there, earn revenues, and this will be, I think, a win-win situation. Excellency, Pakistan's globally recognized expertise in surgical instruments and medical devices also offers significant scope for cooperation. As Uzbekistan continues to modernize its healthcare infrastructure, there is growing demand for reliable, high-quality medical equipment. And then, in the shape of raw material, rice, potatoes are two items which are in great demand in Uzbekistan. The other day we negotiated 50,000 tons with my very dear brother, President Qasim Tokayev of Kazakhstan. And today I think it's a great opportunity for Minister of Commerce and Minister of Food Security to negotiate export of potato to Uzbekistan. And I think sky is the limit. Similarly, rice and processed meat, leather goods, leather shoes, mining and minerals, IT and AI, and above all, tourism. Tourism is one of those areas where Uzbekistan has excelled in the region, and we can really benefit from their experience in this behalf. And while we have flights from Tashkent to Pakistan, soon I hope Pakistan International Airlines will also start its flights to Uzbekistan. This will pave the way for great traffic from both sides and promote our tourism. Your Excellency, today I hope, and I've been told that MOUs, B2B MOUs worth $3.4 billion are going to be materialized. This is a great achievement, and I would like to commend the efforts of Mr. Harun Akhtar, Minister of Commerce and Head of SIFC, for providing wonderful support in this behalf. and of course along with our Foreign Office under the leadership of Deputy Prime Minister Dar. And I would also like to welcome Uzbekistan-Pakistan Joint Business Council, and I would like to tell you that I am standing here, of course, as Prime Minister of Pakistan, but for this forum as the CEO of Pakistan. And I am just a telephone call away, my colleagues are just a telephone call away. We will remove any bottleneck or impediment on the way. And I would like to assure you that, bureaucracy, red tapeism will not create any kind of hurdle in your business proposals as far as Pakistan is concerned. Your Excellency, finally, I would like to thank you once again for your visit to Pakistan, and you have honored us by your presence here along with your delegation and a large contingent of business community from Uzbekistan. This goes to explain in volumes your unwavering commitment, your dedication and support to us, and you truly are Pakistan's great friend and a brother, and I want to assure you that I will work with you very closely to achieve our targets. Pakistan, Uzbekistan, friendship, long live.
Bosh vazir janobi oliylar.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Hurmatli xonimlar va janoblar, O'zbekiston Respublikasi Prezidenti Shavkat Mirziyoyev janobi oliylarni minbarga taklif etamiz.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great privilege to invite His Excellency Shavkat Mirziyoyev, President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, for his remarks.
Avvalambar, assalomu alaykum, hurmatli bugungi mana shunday katta biznes forum ishtirokchilari. Hozir mana
unique business forum. Just now, my close friend, my brother, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, gave wonderful speech, and whatever His Excellency said is a reflection of all our intentions and endeavors for quite a long time. And we understand each other very well, and we discussed all these areas of collaboration. Specifically, we discussed it in details during His Excellency's visit last year to Uzbekistan, and we decided at that time to have the business forum. And now, as of now, trade turnover is around $500 million US dollars, and this is already outcome and the results of the work we have conducted. But over the course of very detailed and comprehensive discussion yesterday, we together decided that this is far being enough, and taking into consideration this achievements of Pakistan in many areas, including economic development and including the bank's well-being and, for example, the interest rates, and all of those, we can say, are giving us a very good opportunities to develop further. And taking this into consideration right away, I would like to thank the Pakistan's Prime Minister. I would like to congratulate the people of Pakistan, my brother and friend, His Excellency, with these wonderful achievements. Of course, whatever we meet each and every time, we talk about many areas, and the most important bridge in linking the two nations is a business community. And that's why we, as heads of states, our task is to ensure the very favorable conditions for business communities. And taking this decision is not coming easy. It's not easy, but we are actually taking that step. We're changing the situation, and we're changing the realities in order to make sure that they will develop further. We have well-developed and well-established business entities already in Uzbekistan, and now they are also here participating. And I would like to say to the both business communities of both countries that success of this agreements is in your hands. We signed the protocol yesterday, so we decided that there will be no corruption, no obstacles, no bottlenecks. And we, His Excellency and myself, will guarantee that. And you have to identify the areas how to develop further in your businesses. And we have representatives of the not only business community here from Uzbekistan, but also the ministers, and they will be also assisting you. They are already thinking, my team is already working on the areas to pay attention to develop the mutual collaboration, and we will create all the necessary conditions for Pakistan business community to come and work with us in Uzbekistan. We decided and made relevant decisions with my dear brother, His Excellency Prime Minister. And of course, you will have the negotiations today, but I would like to one more time assure that in Uzbekistan, you have a law that guarantees your business success and security, and there is a system and of course a government, and there is a president who guarantees your successful work. And we can actually double, maybe triple our achievements. And my dear brother today mentioned about 3.4 billion US dollars worth of trade turnover. We are mentioning the milestones for the future. I think that this is very much achievable because we have very good program already drafted and established, and all the areas are covered. We will be signing that program today. Why we're going to sign it today? Because in order to give you a signal that you can be sure, in order to assure you that this is backed up by the government, this is backed up by the heads of the states. So, in line with all the agreements that you achieved during the business forum, we will sign this agreement. And my dear brother, he said that he is a prime minister, he guarantees that he would actually leave no unsolved issues. So when businesses can prosper and develop, when you have well-established laws and regulations and favorable conditions, so we are tapping that part. So in this, you do your part, and I believe that in the near future you will have wonderful results together. As my brother, he said that mentioned about pharmaceutics, medicine, and other areas. So we have started great reforms in those areas as well. For example, I'll give you one example. In Tashkent Farmer Park, we created all the necessary conditions for all the businesses. We will provide necessary conditions for Pakistani businesses. We'll give them tax exemption for 10 years. I promise that. So all the companies, pharmaceuticals, and all those equipment, medical equipment, you can bring those. We can assist you in the localization of those. We will create all the necessary conditions you need. Of course, we have great opportunities and capacities in that area. We have the very fast increase in population, and that means that there is a ever increasing demand. So we will provide all the necessary conditions for you. We have representatives of our pharmaceutical sector here, so they're getting the signal now. They will create all the necessary conditions for you. Whatever questions you have, you can raise. They will answer your questions. Please take your seat. Therefore, when we're talking about the pharmaceutics and healthcare, we will provide all the conditions because we need your expertise, we need your experience, and because you already have a very well-established experience in taking the products into the world market. Second issue, as my dear brother mentioned about the light industry, we have large enterprises in this area. We have high-tech equipment already brought and assembled and installed, but since we don't have enough expertise to get into the world markets, so we have ready equipment around 30 enterprises in the textiles. So we are ready to hand over those enterprises for the management by the Pakistani groups. So if they manage the whole process, and produce the products that we can take them to the world market. So there is a 60-70 billion US dollars worth of demand is there around us, around the CIS, in the CIS countries. If you actually get into this task very seriously and eagerly, we are ready to give you those almost 30 textile enterprises for the management. So whatever other areas you want to ask, you can raise that question. And my minister on the investments and trade, Kudratov, we have a head of the textiles agency, Halmuradov. These gentlemen, they are ready to assist you. Whatever questions you have, they can answer. But I have very high hopes that within 1 or 2 months you will come to Uzbekistan, you will study the market, you will study the capacities, opportunities, and you will come up with a plan how to produce and take it to the world market. Whatever I'm saying, this is always based on the one idea, one concept, is mutually beneficial business. So whatever area you choose for cooperation and collaboration, that should be a mutually beneficial one. So you have a great experience, you have done a lot of work in the textiles, in the other businesses, exporting a lot of products around the world. So if you do it together, I'm more than sure that it's going to be mutually beneficial. It's going to be the win-win for both of us. So that's why I'm indicating this gentleman, Mr. Kudratov and Mr. Al-Mohamedov. And another area is leather products. We are also very much interested in collaborating with business community of your companies, the Siddiq Leather, Royal Leather, and others. So my team, they already informed me that there is a request. There was also the suggestion to work with from such companies as Hab Leather, Siddiq Leather, and Royal Leather, and others. If other companies also interested, we can do that. We can set a good example, very well-established business-based example in Tashkent region, in Andijan region, for example. We have very well-established enterprises. We can create the special economic zones in those both regions, where we'll be providing all the necessary conditions and favorable conditions for Pakistani businesses to come and work. The third area is a mining industry and geology. So of course in such areas, copper, gold, and iron industries, other areas we want to work together. I came together with I brought my Minister of Geology, Mr. Islamov. He told me that in February, Kudratov and Islamov will define separate action plans for each of the above-mentioned positions and organize work together as partners in Pakistan. But if you have any other ideas, additional ideas about that in the area of the mining industry and in the area of geology, we're ready to listen to you. You know that in the world markets, the prices for copper and gold and iron are increasing. So Minister Islamov is at your disposal. If needed, he can stay today here. He can stay even tomorrow, and in order to answer your questions and assist you. The fourth issue, as my dear brother mentioned, the food security. Of course, we're talking about the meat, potatoes, and rice. We have demand, high demand already, and we have ever-increasing demand. And this is very important issue for us. I'm talking about food security, of course. And the Minister of Agriculture already informed me that he has discussed the issue with his counterpart on the providing land for agriculture use in Uzbekistan and vis-a-vis in Pakistan, and provide the banking assistance, financial assistance. We are ready to discuss those, and we are ready to provide those. We have high demand, we are increasing demand. You have good production, very well-established production, and we can create joint ventures. We can create good trade lines. So, and the Minister of Agriculture will be responsible. He also mentioned about cooperation with the Pakistan National Genomics Institute in the fields of seed production and breeding. So whatever assistance you need in this area, I'm ready to assist you, because as a president, my most important responsibility to make sure that my people are provided with food, provided with security. So that's why we are working on those areas. We can, of course, work very actively in this area, and I believe that they can bring very good results, positive results, and it will be beneficial for you also. And in our turn, we are ready to provide all the conditions, and my minister is at your disposal, as I mentioned. And the key gateway of our cooperation, I would say, is the issue I will explain now. Yesterday we mentioned it with my dear brother, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, about transport and logistics. We took the pencil on our hands and just discussed it and sort of drawing this, because this is a very important issue. We have to work on strengthening of cooperation in this field. And so, together with the Pakistan's national logistics company, NLC, we have launched cargo transportation along the Pakistan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan road. We've begun preparing the technical and economic feasibility study for the Trans-Afghan Railway project, because this is the area we're working on a daily basis, but you know that there are a lot of issues and new obstacles are emerging on the way, but nevertheless we're very solid, and we are very determined, and we will work on providing safe, secure, and non-expensive logistics. This is what we promise you to provide. As my brother mentioned, tourism on the Tashkent-Lahore and Tashkent-Islamabad roads, four weekly flights have been launched. Starting from April of this year, Central Air, our company, Uzbek company, will begin cargo transportation to Karachi and direct passenger flights to Lahore. That's why when we're talking about strengthening the collaboration, we discussed these areas. We also discussed the collaboration not only between the countries, but between the regions of our countries. So we said that that can be very effective and beneficial. And next year we have Kharazm region, Khiva city, beautiful, historic, and those will be invited. You know, when we have inter-regional, I mean the dialogue and interaction between provinces of both countries, that will bring additional spur, additional support for development. Of course, we will take very serious preparatory work in order to establish inter-regional, inter-provincial, in other words, collaboration between our countries. In general, I believe that today's business forum and our visit of this year in general became truly historic one. And taking this opportunity one more time, I would like to thank you for granting me title of professor and doctor. I came as a president of Uzbekistan. I'm going back as a president plus professor and doctor. So, of course, dear participants of the business forum, we have very clear and very well established and good goal and aim, which is ensuring the very solid links between the countries, and in order to ensure the prosperity of both countries. And in order to do that, we need the bridge. The bridge is the business community, and you have great power as a businessman, and you can do a lot of things. So that's why I invite you to Uzbekistan one more time. I promise you, and I invite you to come to Uzbekistan. If you come, I'll ensure all the necessary conditions for you. And I talked to my brother yesterday, and we discussed this issue. So we discussed that we agreed even that we're not gonna actually wait 3-4 months to talk to each other to discuss the issues at hand. We decided to interact maybe in a monthly basis. We will be discussing right on the basis of the short list of the emerging problems and issues on the way of implementing our agreed plans. That's why we will do it in order to support you. And the year 2026 is going to be the year of testing and testing of our wills and the readiness and the endeavors, and the same about you. We have to do together. We have to ensure that we will work together in order to ensure prosperity of both nations. I would like to assure you on one thing. Whenever we meet with my dear brother, His Excellency Prime Minister, we each and every time we discuss only one topic, which is in general ensuring the prosperity of both nations through close collaboration and friendship, be it economy, be it policy, be it in other areas. So this visit, and including today's agenda, is not an exception. So that's why we'll continue the discussion further, and we'll be working on ensuring the further development of Pakistan and Uzbekistan. We will identify the areas, we'll create all the necessary conditions. You have to be sure on that. And one more time, I'm very glad to meet with you, and let me express my solid will and belief that we can achieve a lot together, and I believe that you can start and successfully develop a large project. I wish you great success in that role. I wish you strong health. Wish you every success in the forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, we should of Investment of Uzbekistan and Engro Corporation for exchange of agreement on the implementation of joint projects. May we also request the Agency for the Development of Light Industry and Gohar Textile to exchange their documents on production and export of textile products to international brands. May I now request the Uzbek Leather Industry Association and Royal Leather for the exchange of agreement on the establishment of a leather specialized industrial zone in Tashkent region. May I also invite the Minister of Mining Industry and Geology of Uzbekistan and the Pakistan Mineral Development Corporation PMDC to exchange their agreement on the implementation of joint projects in mining sector. May I now invite the Agency for the Development of the Pharmaceutical Industry of Uzbekistan and the Pakistan Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association to exchange their documents on the development of cooperation in the pharmaceutical sector. May I also request Umar Farm and Nova Med Pharmaceuticals for the exchange of agreement on cooperation in the promotion of trade and investment in pharmaceuticals. May I now invite the Minister of Agriculture of the Republic of Uzbekistan and Go Dairy to exchange their agreement on the development of cooperation in the field of agriculture. We also request the Minister of Investment, Industry and Trade of the Republic of Uzbekistan and Habib Rafiq Engineering to proceed with the exchange of the cooperation program. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of the opening ceremony of the Uzbekistan-Pakistan Business Forum. We would like to thank His Excellency Shavkat Mirziyoyev, President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, and His Excellency Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif, Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, for honoring this occasion with their presence.
इस्लामाबाद पाकिस्तान और उज़्बेकिस्तान बिज़नेस फोरम का इनेकाद वज़ीर-ए-आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ ने पाकिस्तान उज़्बेकिस्तान बिज़नेस फोरम से खिताब करते हुए कहा कि पाकिस्तान उज़्बेकिस्तान के दरमियान इक़्तिसादी ताल्लुकात और तिजारती रवाबित में इजाफा खुश आइन है। दोनों मुल्कों के निजी शोबों के दरमियान 3 अरब 40 करोड़ डॉलर के समझौतों पर अमल दरामद अहम पेशरफ्त है। वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने कहा कि बाहमी इक़्तिसादी ताउन और सरमायाकारी के फ़रोग़ के लिए बिज़नेस फोरम एक मौसर प्लेटफॉर्म है। गुज़िश्ता बिज़नेस फोरम की बदौलत बाहमी तिजारती सरगर्मियों में खातिर खा इजाफा हुआ। वज़ीर-ए-आज़म मोहम्मद शहबाज शरीफ ने कहा कि गुज़िश्ता एक साल में 450 मिलियन डॉलर की तिजारती सरगर्मियाँ मुमकिन हुई। बाहमी तिजारत का हजम 2 अरब डॉलर तक ले जाने पर इत्तेफाक हुआ है। उन्होंने कहा कि साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी, तवानाई, ज़राअत, टेक्सटाइल, कुदरती वसाइल, सेहत, ट्रांसपोर्ट और सियाहत के शोबों में ताउन के फ़रोग़ पर इत्तेफाक हुआ है। उज़्बेकिस्तान में चावल और आलू की मांग को पूरा किया जाएगा।